Hey everybody, welcome to another recap of The Amazing Race. Last week we lost Amanda and Chris. They were out. This week they're going from Australia. They're going to fly to Tokyo, Japan. I absolutely loved Kent's fun-sized cowboy hat. He thought he was totally rocking it, but it was like a Suzuki 3/4 size cowboy hat. So Christina, we find out, met her fiance on her season of the race, which was season 12. So she feels like this is my last chance to do something with my dad because I'm going to be married and there's just not going to be time for that. Do you really want to do anything with him? I'm sorry. He's such a bore. Nobody likes him because he's such a sad sack and he's so angry all the time. Alright, so the flights, there were two. One was a direct flight, which got there 15 minutes after the one that had the connections. So at first everybody was like, well, I don't know if we should take the one with the connections because it's only 15 minutes and, you know, there could be a delay. But then the more people thought about it, the more they were like, maybe we should do it because 15 minutes is 15 minutes after all. So that was Kent and Vixen, Margie and Luke, Zev and Justin, Mel and Mike, and Jamie and Kara. They were all on the connecting flight, which ended up being delayed. Can you believe it? All right, so that one actually got in an hour and a half after the one that was supposed to be there second. So it was kind of cool when they got there actually because they had this car merry-go-round thing for the parking garage. Somebody's a fan of Press Your Luck. I think it was Zev and Justin who were like, no whammies, no whammies. Alright, so once they get in the car, they have to drive to a dojo where there's a roadblock. One person has to dress as a samurai, learn the ritual, shoot an arrow on a fake training horse. It was pretty cool actually. Which they had to dress up and they got little Japanese cowboy hats. Kind of cool. Very cool. Ron had a hard time. You know he's gonna because he's angry. Kent had a hard time. Luke had a hard time. Mike, I can't remember whether it was Jamie or Kara that did that one, but whoever did it had a hard time. I don't really care because I don't really like them. And I don't think anybody else does either. I haven't seen any fans of Jamie and Kara. If you're a fan of them, put it in the comments. Alright, on the way there though, Jamie and Kara had a car accident. They hit some guy's mirror and they thought they were gonna like offer him money for it, but he called the cops on them. He called the popo. And it took a lot of time to resolve that issue, so they kind of fell behind quite a bit. Next stop was a detour. It was either Purity or Luck. In Purity, you had to dress up and do a Shinto cleansing ritual. You had to, like I said, dress up, learn a prayer, pray it, then stand in a freezing waterfall. Not very cool. Only Ron and Christina and the Globetrotters actually did it. In Luck, you had to look for a plastic frog while getting pelted with mud in a whitey-tighty diaper, basically. Very cold. Oh, both of them were cold because either you had to stand in the waterfall or like hang out in the mud forever until you found the frog. At the cleansing ritual, the Globetrotters took the wrong damn bag. And Christina was like, I can't find it. And then all of a sudden, when they went back to change their clothes, Ron found it in the men's changing room. Alright, another point in here, Kent, he didn't want to go in the mud. He was all like, oh, oh, oh. Kent just cracks me up, I'm sorry. He's freaking hilarious. But then, I guess he felt a little more comfortable after he got all mudded up, and he pretty much felt up the Grandmaster dude, who had some interesting facial expressions, especially when Jamie and Kara were in the mud. But, Kent, do we need to talk about personal space again? I mean, keep your paws to yourself, because these people don't want to be felt up, obviously. Alright, so it's pit stop time. It was at the monument to Commodore Perry's landing. And Zev and Justin came in first. My favorite team. They won a trip for two to Costa Rica. In second, Gary and Mallory. Now, the Globetrotters arrived third, but they got a 30-minute penalty because Christina complained that they took her bag. So Ron and Christina actually ended up in third place, followed by Keisha and Jen, and then the Globetrotters at fifth. Then Jet and Cord at sixth, Kent and Vixen at seventh, Margie and Luke at eighth, and at ninth place, Jamie and Kara, which means Mel and Mike are out of the race. Unfortunately, during the mud thing, they got hypothermia. They couldn't find the frog, and it was just a mess. They were freezing their butts off. Those whitey-tighty diapers did not provide much protection from the cold. And I was really touched by Mike because he cared about his dad more than he cared about the race, which was... It really hit home with me now, especially since I lost my dad a month ago. So, I'm sorry you guys are out of the race, but I really enjoyed watching you. So next time, all you need to know is Ron freaks out. And please, if there's a God, he will go home. Till next week, much love.